Welcome to another video of this section. In this video, we will discuss unions in Tableau, an essential feature of combining data from multiple tables or files with similar structure. By end of this video, you shall understand what a union is, when to use it, and how to create unions in Tableau. First of all, what is union? Union combines rows from two or more tables into single table. Unlike joins, which matches row based on common field, union stack data vertically. That is, it append data. In joins, we merge data, but in unions, we append data. Example could be combining monthly sales data files into one data set. When to use unions? Use unions when tables or files have same column structure but contain data for different segments such as region, time, different time periods or categories. The main criteria is the number of columns should be same and they should have the same columns. For example, monthly report for same department or CSV file for different years with same schema. Let's head back to Tableau and see how we can create unions in Tableau. We are in Tableau. Before extracting data into Tableau, let's try to understand what type of file we are trying to extract. We are using file number 908. Remember that, it is useful for your practice. In the 90 file, we have three tables. Application for 2018, 19 and 20. If you see the structure of these three tables, it is same. It is having three columns and the names of the columns are product, year and sale. Same for 2019, product, year and sale. Same for 2020, that is product, year and sale. Let's head back to Tableau and try to extract these tables. I'll go to Microsoft Excel and select the file 908. I'll say open. First of all, I'll just drag the data for 2018. It has brought around 10 records. Let me show you how many number of records in that file. In 2018, we have 10 records. In 2019, we have 8 records. And in 2020, we have 7 records. So total 25 records we have. When I extracted the data for 2018, we got only 10 records. Let me go to Sheet and create a simple chart. Let me drag year. So first of all, I have to convert the year into discrete value. We'll discuss the discrete and continuous values. This is a very important concept in Tableau. We are going to discuss in coming videos. You can see we have data only for 2018. What if I have to add data of 2019 and 20 as well, one below the other? When we are using joins, we were adding columns beside this table. But in unions, we are adding rows below this table. That is the basic difference. If I want to add the new table below this, I just create here and go for the option called convert to union. Go here, convert to union. There are two options here. Specific, which is manual. Wildcard, which is automatic. We are going to see what is automatic and wildcard option. Let me first add 2019 as well and 2020 as well and say apply and OK. Now you can see there are 25 records. All the records are combined together. Number of rows has increased. Number of columns are same, but still I see there are 2 additional columns added, which I can hide because they are just showing the which sheet we are picking the data from and the table name. We can hide these columns. If I go to my sheet and I'll just say, you can see now we have data for 3 years, that is 2019, 20 and 18. So this is how union works. It basically adds the rows one below the other, which is nothing but appending. So this is the manual method. What if instead of adding the tables manually, it has to be automatic? When I'm saying automatic, what do I mean? I have created one folder. In that, we have added 3 files. Let me add another file. Let me just delete these column. For each year, we have separate files. Let me go to Tableau and create a new data set. Let me save this first. And I'll close it. I'll go to Tableau and add new data set. In that, I will go to folder. In that, first of all, I'll add 20. I'll say open. What if tomorrow or what if next year someone adds new record to this particular file, which is 2020, a new record, if they add a new sheet to this file, what I'll just say, I'll just copy this and they copy and I'll say V. I'll make sure the sheet names are also same 2021. So instead of that, I'll just replace these values with 2020 to 2021. Okay and okay, close, and I'll save. So the data for 2021 is also added. How to make sure Tableau is picking this data automatically? When I click say union, I'll close this, I'll go to wildcard. Now here you see the include sheets. There are two options in wildcard, that is automatic sheets or workbook. In the same workbook, we are adding multiple sheets. So what I'll say, I'll just say apps asterisk means it will include everything from that sheet, and I'll say apply. I'll say okay. I'll just say go right click and refresh. So you can see that Tableau has automatically taken 2021. So as and when you are adding the data here on the different sheets, the Tableau will automatically pick the data. That is the application of wildcard. So instead of that, for example, I'll just add new data source. Let's connect to Microsoft Excel. I'll just add the data for 2018 only. Okay, so in the same folder, if some of your colleagues or your client is adding the different workbooks, how we will make sure it is automatically being picked by Tableau? Go here, convert to union, go to auto card. Now instead of sheets, I'll go to the option workbooks and I'll say whatever Excel sheet we have in that folder, it should include that. I'll say apply and okay. Now you can see if I just remove this one, the earlier one, and I'll just use this and the year, I'll convert it into discrete values. Now you can see the values for all the sheets are available here. That is how using wildcard option, Tableau will automatically pick the files that you're keeping, you keep on adding in that folder. That is the automatic way. If tomorrow somebody is adding the data for 2025 as well, for example, I'll just remove this and I'll just rename it to 2025 and I'll just add 2025 here. Instead of 2021, I want to see for 2025. I'll say replace all. Okay, close, save. If I go to Tableau and refresh this, you can see 2025 data is added. So as and whenever somebody from your team or your client are adding the files in that folder, Tableau will automatically pick. You don't have to add the tables manually. Remember, when you click something, you click new addition, there are two options, manual and wildcard. In manual, you drag and drop the sheets from your data source manually. With wildcard option, it gives the flexibility to pick the files or sheets directly from the given path. You have to make sure the path given is correct. So that is how we combine data from different files using union. It has a total different application as when you compare it with joins or relationship. That is how unions in Tableau help you combine rows of data effortlessly. In the next video, we will explore blending data in Tableau and see how it differs from both joins and union. And for that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.